Hello and welcome to AGT Racer. Today's race is the Drivers Room Sunday League Round 3. As you can see from the points from the previous two rounds, Alex is ahead in first place with 40 points, Des with 30, Jogger 24 and McGee 18. Today we have two races. All in the Fittipaldi EF7s. So as we look at the starting grid, we have in first place Jack with Racing Supersofts. In second we have Merce of 190 in Racing Softs. Third, Muller with Racing Softs. Mungino in fourth with Mediums. Jamie with Supersofts. In sixth we have CS Smith with Softs. Bullet in seventh with Super Softs. And in eighth we have Leo on Racing Super Softs. Jules is in ninth with Racing Super Softs, and the Atari livery of Rocker in 10th with Racing Softs. 11th we have Nightmare Racer, and in last place myself on Softs. Nightmare Racer also on Softs. Okay, let's get into the first race. And we're off with Jack in first place. Merce has just come on the inside of him with Mungino on the very inside there. Mungino late on the brake, shuts the door on Jack. And let's M190 go through. There we go at the back, all fairly clean. So far, a little bit of bunching there though. From Bullet, looks like he lost a bit of traction, had a bit of a wobble. As we look now, look at Jack having a look on the inside of Merc, but he will, going down the hill, have the inside line, bit of bump in there. Very horrible S's these are. Absolutely hate them. As we go up the hill, Jack did very nicely through those S's, and Mungino's been attacked by Muller. All very different tyre strategies in this race. Once again, obviously the second race is happening at the same time as this race, and due to some technical issues, we will show the last part of the race after this, and then the championship points. As we have a look now at Leo having an attack and overtaking Jamie. Leo on the Super Softs. He's going to have a look on the inside of Bullet. Oh, Bullet shuts the door on him on the final corner, coming down the straight. And this track at the other way is brilliant. This way, not very much. And Marcel progresses up into 10th there. As you see, Jack is in first place going around the first corner with Super Softs. He's under pressure by M190 on the softs, so we'll see how long before these guys start pitting. I'm predicting around about laps 6 or 7 for the Super Softs and softs. As we have a look at Muller having it going on the inside of Mungino, and the recognisable livery of Rocker hovering behind. As they come down the hill, Mungino shuts the door on Muller. Single file through these S's. Not really an overtaking opportunity, the horrible S's. As we look at this now, there's Muller having another attack on the inside of Mungino. As we see Jack in 5th place there, let's have a look, see what's happened. Oh, he's caught the curb on the way out and had a spin. He's very lucky he's at the barrier there to keep him pointing in the right direction. Lost 4 spaces there Told you, Horrible S's take no prisoners as they go through the long right-hander back where we were with Muller having an attack on the inside of Mangino. Mangino, ooh, very close to the wall there. Muller only just leaving him the right space as Muller goes on in front for the dangerous S's. Get these right and it is superb. Get them wrong and you end up hitting the barrier. Sometimes face first. As we have a look there, Rocker having a look on the outside of Mangino in the racing softs, with Bullet having a check on the inside. Really pushing now. And look at that, Bullet darting on the inside, just too late on the brakes. Jack is hovering behind, but this is giving M190 the chance to pull away. Rocker making his way into third there. All fighting, look at that, between third and eighth. There's not even half a second in it. As we look now, everyone throws a massive hit from Jack into the back of Bullet there, and Bullet clattering Mangino off the track. Mangino in 9th place. That's not good. Jack hasn't even slowed down there. I think he really should have slowed down. You got Mangino in 9th place. I mean, it was an accident, but I don't know. I'll let you all make your own decision on that. As the pack was bunched so tightly, that's why Mangino lost so much ground. He's the loser there. As we come out of the dangerous S's with M190 in front, Muller second, Rocker third, Jammy in fourth, Bullet on the... oh! What's happened there? Jules lost control there and then got a nudge in the back from myself. Am I contradictory in saying maybe I should have slowed down, even though Jules was already going off course and there was nowhere for me to go? That's the one for debate. So, is myself and Jack the same, or should I have slowed down? I think it depends on whose fault it was. There was nowhere I could go, as Muller's made a lot of ground now up to M190. I might flip from calling him for Merc to as we have two Mercs, but Merc is a lot easier. So anyway, Muller right behind him, Merc on the racing softs going into the Horrible S's down the hill. All very smooth there. As Muller right behind him, also in the softs. Tyler Ware doing very well. Rocker in the softs. Super softs for Jamie. Super softs for Jack. Softs for myself. In 6th place. Leo in super softs. Bullet super softs in 8th. In 9th, softs for Nightmare Racer. CS Smith softs. Jules super softs. Being hounded now by Mangino in racing mediums. Jules and Mangino, the real losers of the first few laps. And now it's going to be a battle to the end. 26 laps, 40-minute race. The cars and tracks vary every week. If you wish to join, please contact MJR Mercer on PSN. For this season, we will be splitting the rooms and having one championship dependent on the size of each room. For next season, we may have 3 tiers and 3 separate championships with a relegatory promotion point of view at the end of each season. Oh, have we overlooked there? Nightmare Racer having a look on CS Smith there. As we come down to the Horrible S's once again, all relatively single file through there. Very closely packed. Smith having a look on the inside of Leo. He may make that stick. No, he just didn't have the drive. Maybe coming up to the dangerous S's he might be able to, but I think it's a little bit too... Yes, he's too far behind. As Jules has managed to make his way back up now to myself, who must have had a mistake, I believe, during that last lap. I'm getting him at the back with the racing mediums. Oh, as I'll go wide again, clip the barrier and end up facing the wrong way. Twatting face first into the barrier. Not very good for myself, but look at Muller now, all over Merck. He's switching sides, late braking, great dart, but he's made himself go off wide. Unlucky there, he's lost second place, third place, now he's in fourth place. Jammy takes the position. Rocker's made up a lot of ground on Merck. As we're riding with Jammy D in the Jammy Dodger livery. Going through the pack, Jack, who started him first, had the contact with Bullet earlier, and also a spin out of the horrible S's. Let's see what he can do from here. Bullet on the super softs. The tyre wear is starting to make a difference now. Maybe in the next lap or so, or this lap, we might see some coming in. As Leo's still in front of Nightmare Racer. Nightmare Racer all over the back of him though as we go past the dangerous S's. The same for Jules behind them. There's no one so far has decided to pit. As we enter lap 7. Nightmare Racer just a little bit too far back. He has a look on the inside just to let Leo know that he's there. Jules in 9th, followed by Mungino. Mungino's done really well to bring up, bring that back up now into 10th. Jules looks like he's struggling a little bit on those tyres. Tyre wear will be playing a difference. And from a strategy point of view, how long do you stay out on the super softs? Which stints are you going to have? I'm interested to see what you would have done. And let me know in the comments. As you see myself starting to struggle there, Mungino struggling, but his tyres are in good place. I expect to see Mungino coming in around about lap 10 or 11. His mistake has given myself the chance to be on the back of him as we come up to the dangerous S's. All fairly smooth through there. I see a Smith now right at the back as we see 3 people already come in, 4 people now into the pits. Bullet, Jack, Jules and Leo. But we're riding a reaction at the front, both on softs. They might be looking to pit at the end of this lap. They don't want to lose too much time to the others who have pitted. They are producing a big gap from Muller to Nightmare Racer, but will that be enough to get in and out of the pits? Rocker just pacing himself behind Merck. And will he split the strategy? Obviously not knowing what tyres Merck has at the start of the race. Rocker, of course, in the extremely well-known Atari livery and my personal favourite from owning an Atari when I was a kid. He's going to have the drive coming through here. They're not going to pit, they're staying out. Rocker's tyres are a little bit more in a dangerous position than Merck. He hasn't had the opportunity there on the first corner. All this may give Muller the chance to catch up. There he is in the background. There's around about a 5-second gap, 4 or 5 seconds, from the front two as Nightmare Racer comes into the pits. There's Rocker being very tentative on his tyres there. You can see he's struggling, but at the same time he really wants to pressure Merck as they come down the hill to the horrible S's. Wisely backs out. You can see the Muller's starting to get into play now as Rocker has a bit of a spin there, manages to hold, but lost a bit of ground to Merck, and with Muller now overtaking him on the inside. If I was in Rocker's position, I believe I would be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. Will we see Merck and Muller come in at the end of the lap? Rocker going for the super softs at the back and the softs at the front. Merck has a look and stays out. Muller goes in and Rocker goes in as well. As you can see, Rocker has used a lot more fuel than Muller. As Jammy comes round the final corner, followed hotly by Jack. Obviously these have both pitted. It looks like they're going to take second and third place from Rocker and Muller. It hasn't worked out well for Rocker and Muller. They've lost a place to Bullet as well. There you see him as Muller undertakes him on the inside. And then Mangino followed by Rocker. Rocker losing out a lot there due to his extreme fuel use. And potentially putting more fuel in. Muller under a lot of pressure from Bullet. Bullet on the super softs. After his pit, Mangino in 6th place. On the medium, still staying out. Rocker in 7th, deciding to go for fresh softs. Oh, he'll be kicking himself for making a mistake before on that last lap. You got CS Smith behind him on racing super softs. He really wants to be getting past Rocker. Super softs for Jules in 9th. Leo going for super softs, Nightmare Racer going for softs, and myself going for softs at the back, quite far at the back. As Merck now comes into the pits, he's also decided to go for super softs at the back and softs at the front. Oh, as Jack makes a mistake all over the track there. Jammy's done well not to collide into him. As Jammy's taken first place, followed by Jack back up into second. Merck losing a lot of ground by staying out a little bit longer there. Mangino coming into the pits. As Muller is in 3rd, Bullet is in 4th, and Merck coming out in 5th. Lost a lot of ground there. Let's see how they get on. Rocker in 6th. Followed by Smith in 7th, Jules 8th, Leo in 9th, Nightmare Racer in 10th, followed hotly by Mangino, who is fresh out of the pits with racing softs, and myself at the back. Once again, as we come up the hill with Jammy and Jack about half a second behind us. Jack has a late lunge on the inside there, goes very wide, very close to going off the track. As they're going into and out of the dangerous S's. Coming up to the last corner, Jack is extremely close to Jammy now. He might be close enough to slipstream and have a lunge, or is he that too far back? It's a couple of car lengths. Oh, look, I don't know what Jammy's done, but it's like Jammy's just, I don't know if he's getting rid of penalties or what, but he just let him go through then. Now Jack is in first place on the super softs. Let's see if he can pull away now, with Jammy following in softs, Muller in softs, Bullet on super softs, and Merck on fresh super softs. As you see, Rocker in 6th with Jules behind in 7th. Jules very hard on his tyres, as with Leo they're starting to go. CF Smith really pushing on his though. You see him hard on the brakes there. As Nightmare Racer in 10th with Mangino behind him in 11th. Very fresh tyres. And myself in last again, as we ride side by side coming through the dangerous S's with Jammy and Jack. Oh, Jack has had a problem. Oh, he's proper twatted into the wall there. Was there connection between him and Jammy? If so, if it was Jammy's fault, he probably should have slowed down there. He hasn't, so maybe it was just Jack, who's into the pits now, making a mistake. Muller in 2nd, Bullet in 3rd, coming quite early to the pits, Jack. There's Merck in 4th place, Rocker in 5th. Lost a lot of places, Jack now. Leo in 7th, Nightmare Racer in 8th position, Mangino taking 9th, only just in front of Jack. There's Jack on the fresh tyres also. As he has a look around the outside, just couldn't manage it. Now coming down the hill to the horrible oh no, wrong position on the track. Oh, he does. Jack clips Mangino exactly the same place as the collision before. He did slow down, but he's let CS Smith go through. Let's have a look again from Jack's point of view. He was late on the brakes there. He's not worked out very well for Mangino. Again on the same corner as well, by the same person. Don't know about that one, Jack. My opinion, just personally, probably should have waited on that one. There's nothing else that could be blamed. As we're with Jammy coming into finish lap 13, followed by Muller in 2nd. Bullet under pressure from Merck now. Merck on the fresher tyres. He very well defended from Bullet. But Merck darting on the inside, you see the difference in the grip. He's really trying now. He's having a look on all angles just to squeeze by. Obviously he needs to get past Bullet to try and get his way back to the front on the fresher tyres. They are neck and neck as they come down the hill towards the horrible S's. That won't end well. Merck backs off wisely. He can always overtake at a different opportunity as Bullet goes wide, and here's his opportunity coming up the hill. Excellent work from Merck there. Just had that extra drive, extra grip. And now let's see if he can pull away from Bullet. He has worn his tyres a little bit. Although Bullet is in the slipstream as they come to the dangerous S's. Oh, not the smoothest coming out of there. Will Bullet be able to keep in the slipstream as Jammy came into the pits, which gives Muller first place. Jammy may have come in slightly early. as he's lost a couple of positions. Merck in second, pulling away from Rocker behind in third. We have a lot of in now. Jules, Bullet, Leo, all into the pits. Jammy comes out in fourth. There's Jack after his pit stop. He comes out now in fifth place. Sixth place as Bullet has managed to jump him in, coming out of the pits there. Very close. He may have the momentum on Bullet. There's Leo out of the pits. There's myself in 10th. Nightmare Racer is in the pits now, and we lost Mungino. As we look now, Muller in first. Merck wearing his tyres away. Can Muller hang out? Are they going to pit around about the same time? We'll find out. There's Rocker in third. I believe before lap 20 there might be one more pit, maybe one more pit for the race for most of them, dependent on their strategies. Bullet on fresh super softs there. There's Jack behind him on the softs, I believe it was. Just not quite have the grip to keep up with him. Slightly out of sync, coming through the dangerous S's, Jack, but he's still managed to keep momentum. Can be very twitchy coming out the going through the dangerous S's. As you saw with Jules early, it can end in disasters. Muller's still staying out. Merck in second, not too far behind, followed by Rocker. Jamming now on his fresh softs. Let's see what he can do. Jack managing to gain a little bit of space back to Bullet. Jack seems much more smoother coming through the dangerous S's. He may be right all over the back of Bullet now. As we have a yellow flag for some reason. Oh, it looks like Jammy's had a problem. There, he looks like he crunched into the wall. Let's have another look. Yeah, oh dear. As he comes out of the final turn, clips the curb, face twats the wall, and unfortunately ends up pointing at the wall. Oh dear, lost so much time there. Very unfortunate for him. And he picks up a little bit of damage just for good measure. He was on a good run then. C.S. Smith is in the pits. There's Jules with his fresh super softs. He'll be looking to capitalise on Jammy's mistake. There's Leo coming through the first corner in the super softs, followed by myself on the very worn softs. And C.S. Smith on racing hard. So he may be looking to go towards the end now. It's quite a distance though. As Nightmare Racer ending lap 16 as the last car to cross the line. As Muller's looking after his tyres extremely well. Very well in fact. And Merck, who pitted after Muller, if you remember, his super softs are wearing down quite a lot now. They may end up pitting within the next couple of laps, same as Rocker. May depend on how much fuel each take. Bullet will be able to go a few more, but he will need to pit before the end. The same as Jack. As we see Jamie there in 6th place, trying to gain some time back. And he has, he's been storming. So we got Jules in the background. Leo on the super softs, he will need to pit again. Everybody will basically need to pit again, except maybe for CS Smith. But my tyre's going very worn there. It's Nightmare Race, so got a little bit of ground to make up. He has recently come into the pit, so as Muller will be pitting at the end of this lap due to his fuel. Very good tyre conditions. I think he will, if he puts enough fuel in, he won't need to pit again for the rest of the race after this. What's Merck going to do? Is he going to stay out, or is he going to... No, he comes in. It looks like he lost a little bit of time to Muller there, as Rocker takes first place. But he will need to pit at the end of the next lap. At the end of this lap. As Muller comes out in 2nd place. Bullet takes 3rd. Obviously Bullet will need to pit again. There's Flap in 4th with Jamie right behind him. Don't know if Flap had a mistake or Jamie was just absolutely flying. Bully's really close to him now. Over the curb. Bump slowing him down. Is he going to have a look onto this right-hander? Very sharp corner. No, he gives up. As you see the smoke from the tyres of Jack there. Down the hill. Jamie's got the momentum. Not wise to go to the side. Through the horrible S's. He's just looking for a better drive through there, and he's got it as Jack goes wide, loses momentum, and in the end an easy overtake for Jamie. But he's going to come back. Is Jack. Jules under pressure from Merck. Merck fresh super softs, so maybe maybe it will last. He'll be struggling at the end. The last couple of laps. There's myself in 9th. We'll need to be pitting at the end of this lap. Racing hard for Smith. As Rocker comes into the pits, lost first place. Let's see where he is in comparison to Merck. As Merck was just in front of him. Bullet in 2nd. We'll need to pit again. Jamie will need to pit again in 3rd, and Merck is in 4th. He will not need to pit again potentially. Jules takes 5th place, followed by Leo. Jules will need to pit once more. Leo will also, and Rocker comes out in 7th, so he has lost a bit of time there to Merck. Has Rocker. With traffic in front of him, he will have the fresher tyres, and he has a look on the inside of Leo. Rocker going for the super softs. He got a little bit more momentum as they enter the hill. But we'll see. Leo needs to back out, which he does, and try and get the momentum going up the hill, as well as the slipstream. But they both went through quite well of the horrible S's. Coming up to the long right-hander. Rocker now getting into a rhythm. Bit of a slide there. As Jules' fuel is almost gone. Leo pushing that a little bit too hard. Has a little bit of a wobble and hit the wall on the way out. As he enters the dangerous S's. CS Smith doing well on the hards. Myself choosing the super softs. Nightmare Race behind, as Muller is in 1st now. Merck takes 2nd place with Bullet and Jamie jumping into the pits. Let's see if Rocker And Jules also jumping into the pits. Let's see if Rocker gets out in front. Yes, he does, just in front of Bullet on the fresh Super Softs. The Bullet in 4th. Leo doing extremely well in 5th place. He will need to pit though. Jack will not need to pit as he's in 6th. So obviously he'll jump Leo. Let's see how he can catch up to Bullet. He is being chased down by Jammy. C.S. Smith doing well in 8th. Jules on the Super Softs in 9th place. Myself on the Super Softs in 9th. And Nightmare Racer at the back there with fresh Super Softs. As Muller starts lap 22. There's probably around about 9 or 10 second gap to Merck, doing extremely well in 2nd place. His tyre wear's looking good. As Rocker goes wide on that last corner, it can happen. Loses a bit of momentum. Not enough for Bullet to sneak past. As Leo comes into the pits now, his tyres will be extremely good, while the others may fall off a little bit. Looks like he's going to come out in 10th place, Leo. It's over the curb there. Jack being followed by Jammy. As we look at Bullet and Rocker as they come down the hill. Bit of a slide there from Bullet. As the next pack of 2 is right behind them. Flap losing a little bit of momentum. He's done that on that same corner a few laps ago. Unfortunate there. Gives Jammy the position. He's going to try and take the inside and slipstream Jammy all the way to and through the dangerous S's. Let's see what happens if they get too close. These two have already had issues coming through the dangerous S's before. Jack was the loser on that occasion, but very smooth there now. There's nothing in it as they cross the line for lap 23. Jack is on the Super Softs though, so we would be expecting him to have the better grip. As you see, they're losing a little bit of time to Bullet in 4th on the Super Softs. This could be a battle right towards the end now. Jammy doing well defending, making his car quite large on the track. Jack coming down the hill is starting to gain momentum on Jammy. Oh, Jammy goes wide. Oh, it did well not to hit him there, Jack. Very well. As Jammy face plants into the wall. Ah, horrible S's takes another one. He's lost a lot of ground now. If he's not careful, he's going to have Jules and Smith right behind him. There's Jules, there's Smith. Leo after his pits in 9th. And in 10th place we have myself. Nightmare Racer at the back, about to be lapped by Muller. Muller doing well, increasing that gap to Merck. And there's Merck. His tyres are starting to go. He's got about a 6 or 7 second gap to Rocker, who's really under pressure now from Bullet. These guys work together and they might be able to catch up Merck. But it's all about the position. Very evenly matched, these guys. Always in battles with Jules. Usually with them. As we see Jack in 5th place now. Riding smooth now. He's past Jammy, who's lost so much time on that mistake. Jules behind in 7th. Becoming quite single filed now. CS Smith in 8th on the hard tyres. Leo coming up to the long right hander. Myself coming up to the horrible S's, with Muller overtaking Nightmare Racer, looking to overtake the next back marker of myself to put as much distance between him and Merck. In 2nd, about to come down the hill. Time's relatively the same to Rocker as it was the previous lap. Only 1 lap left after this. This will be Nightmare Racer's last lap, and potentially mine if Muller overtakes myself before the end. As Rocker increasing his distance to Bullet. Bullet may be trying to save his fuel and tyres and to have a late lunge on the last lap. Jack having some problems there, followed by Jammy, who's really pushing that car now. After his mistake, he's made a lot of ground back up to Jack. CS Smith doing well on the hard tyres. Followed by Jules. Jules on the super soft, worn super soft, but he's only about 3 seconds behind CS Smith, so there might be a change there. Leo on the very fresh super softs, followed by myself there in 10th. Quite a distance behind. As we have Nightmare Racer on his final lap, with Muller in front of him. Muller also on his final lap. There's Rocker and Bullet. Let's see what happens on this last lap with them. It's all to play for. The points for this race and the other race that happened simultaneously will be decided by race distance time, and points given from then. So whoever finished the quickest in 1st place, 2nd quickest in 2nd, and so forth. As well, I said earlier, we may see split championships in the next season. As we look at now, Rocker coming home, Muller coming home in 1st place. Excellent drive from Muller. Very good on his tyres. Might be learning a few things watching him. And Merck going for completely different tyre strategies. Doing an exceptional job in 2nd place. Rocker goes wide. Under pressure from Bullet on the final few metres now. Bullet just couldn't make it. Rocker in 3rd. Great work from him. Bullet in 4th. Jack having some issues but ending up in 5th place. Jamming up, doing well after his little accident, but in 6th place. CS Smith coming home in 7th, followed by Jules in 8th. Leo will be in 9th. And myself in 10th. So as we join onto the Next race we see we have 7 or 8 laps left. Mac is in front, followed by Gadget, who will need to pit at the end of this lap. There's Mac, there's Gadget, very close, only a couple of seconds between them. A second between Gadget and Alex. F1 behind in 4th. McGee a little bit more of a distance, bit of a big gap now to McGee in 5th. Lucas being hounded by Nari and Des in 6th, 7th and 8th. This is the final part of the last of the other race. As Nari has a look on the inside of Lucas, Des trying to capitalise. You have to give me a lap or so to get used to. Oh, what's he doing? He's hitting the wall there. As we go 2 abreast through the dangerous S's. Great overtaking from Des. Gadget into the pits. Des all over the back of Lucas now. He's really pushing there. If I remember rightly, he had much better tyre wear than Lucas. He's right on the back of him. As Nari goes into the pits, Mercer's in 7th. Oh, Des does take Lucas on the inside. Mercer now with knee jogger behind in 8th. 9th place we have Daz. Knee jogger with fresh softs. He may not need to pit now, as we're on lap 20. As Daz there having a look on the inside of knee jogger. He won't need to pit. What a move. Great overtake by Daz. Chasing down Mercer. Gadget in 10th place, right behind. Remember, he was in 2nd, so very close racing through the pack here. 4 cars now, all battling for 7th. Going into the long right under. Daz has got the inside line, as Gadget has the inside line, but Daz doesn't make the position stick. Gadget being slowed down, but he's just trying to get past them now. 3 abreast coming into the dangerous S's. We're very lucky there, had to back out. Gadget all over the back of knee jogger. He's having a look on the inside of the final corner. He's taken the position. Super work from Gadget, as Maku was in 1st place, is in the pits now. Lucas jumps into the pits, followed by Mercer in the pits. And as it all thins out a bit more now, you have Mac in 3rd, Gadget 4th. Gadget in 5th, knee jogger in 6th, Daz in 7th. I was wrong, sorry. Alex in between Mac and a side by side now. We have knee jogger and Gadget going through the tight right-hander, neck and neck, coming down the hill to the horrible S's. Someone will need to back away. Who's it going to be? Gadget's got the better line for exiting the corner, and Dad's doing well, taking the slipstream of Gadget. Great work from knee jogger there. Carmad in 8th place there. Nari after his pit. He won't be pitting again. V8 is in 10th. And Des in 11th. Lucas 12th. Mercer 13th. And Wilco is in 14th. But will need to pit. His tyres are destroyed. In 1st place we have F1. After all of the pit stops now. McGee is in 2nd place. Mac is in 3rd. Alex is in the Super Softs in 4th, and this is a battle for 5th now. Gadget, Daz, and knee jogger. As Carmad came into the pits, and look at this battle now for 9th place. Des having a look on the inside of V8. He's got the position. Great move. A little bit of ghosting helped. And Carmad is right behind him with his fresh set of tyres. I don't believe anyone else now needs to pit. As Mercer's under attack from Lucas. Extreme battling through this race. Lucas having a dart on the inside. His doors wide open from Mercer. Mercer will have the drive coming out of here though. As the side by side, Mercer just takes it before they go down the hill into the horrible S's. As the Wilkinator there is coming into the pits. F1 oh, look at McGee's all over the place out of the dangerous S's. He's very lucky he didn't twat into the wall. Giving Mac the chance to catch up a little bit now. And Alex sliding through that last corner. As riding now with Gadget. Nijog has lost a couple of places there. I'm not sure how. There's battling everywhere. Gadget starting to pull away from Daz. As we've got Nari closely followed by Dez, who has V8 behind. Carmad all on the back of him though. Is Carmad going to have a move coming into the horrible S's? He's got the fresher tyres, super softs. Oh no, he doesn't. He backs out wisely. As Mercer's still under pressure from Lucas. As Carmad looks to have a look on the inside there of V8. V8 leaving the door wide open for him. Probably trying to get the drive coming out of the corner. Oh, Carmad's hit the wall. Had a bit of a wobble. He's lost momentum. It's Lucas now. He's got the momentum coming up to the dangerous S's. Oh, backs out very close. It could all go wrong through there. As Wilkinator been lapped. F1 doing well in front. But the battle now for second place with McGee and Mac. Oh, Mac having a look on the inside. McGee's tyres are quite worn now. Need to see what Mac's are like. He does look to have the better grip though. Yeah, he's got much better tyre wear, Mac, but he just had lost a little bit of time through the horrible S's. And there's Alex in fourth, ready to jump on any mistake. Gadget coming up in 5th and 6th, Daz and 7th. Knee jogger, gaps open to those two. Nari's got Des right behind him as they come up the hill to the long right-hander. Carmad obviously in front of V8, flying on his fresh tyres. Is Des going to have a look on the through the dangerous S's or into the last corner? They really need to be careful. Carmad is making a lot of ground up. Mercer still under pressure from Lucas. Absolutely great battling. Lucas having a look on the inside. There's a door shut on him. Is that knee jogger coming into the pits in? Oh, he's going to lose a lot of places there. He ends up in 10th with V8 behind him. He's got a couple of laps left on fresh racing super softs. Don't know if that was a wise decision. Maybe it was a fuel thing. There's F1 doing exceptionally well. Massive gap to second place. There's McGee in second place, holding Mac off. Mac obviously lost a little bit of time, but he's right behind him as they enter the long right-hander. Coming up to dangerous S's. Mac has got the drive. Tyres in a much better position. Great driving from McGee. Oh, he's gone slightly wide there. Will Mack have the drive? Just couldn't. He's going to have a late lunge onto the final. No, he won't. As we're on the final lap, F1 miles out in front. Exceptional work. Around about 15 seconds or so in front of this pair for battling it out for second place. You got Alex right behind these two in fourth. He could be joining later if there's an issue between these two here. Mack really needs to use his tyres to his advantage. So we got Gadget in fifth, Daz in sixth, Nari under pressure from Des in seventh, still keeping Des away. Des having a look on the outside, then trying to dart inside. Knee jogger behind them in ninth with exceptionally fresh tyres. But they're coming down to the horrible S's. This won't work out well if anyone decides to overtake. You got V8 in 10th place, Mercer in 11th, Lucas probably trying to save fuel now. And as we join F1, taking the race victory, exceptionally well done. Mack having a look on the inside of the last corner of the last lap, takes McGee. Great work there. Second place for Mack, third for McGee, Alex in fourth. Great work. Wilkenator in 14th, Gadget in 5th place. In 6th place you have Daz. Great racing. Oh, there's a three-way battle now coming up to the line for 7th. Oh, I don't know who's going to take it. Let's have a look at that. Exceptionally close after 26 laps and 40 minutes of racing. The battle for 7th and 8th there, won by Nari with Des and then knee jogger V8, Mercer, Lucas and Carmad. Great work there, guys. As we see after those two races, we have Alex still in front with 52 points, F1 on 33, Des with 32, joint points with McGee on 32, Gadget 26, Knee Jogger 24, and Mack on, Knee Jogger 25 and Mack on 24. Please join us next time. See you for now.